I'm Kathy Ellerman and this is Almeria Life, bringing you information about life here on the Costa Almeria and brought to you by Remax Paraíso, the experts in property sales in this part of Spain. And today we have in our Mahaca office Sandy Tinkham, who is the current Vice President of the Vera District Lions, and I understand soon to be President, because your current President is returning to the UK.
Yes.
And Sandy's popped in to explain to us, well, I guess really what's at the heart of the Lions, if you excuse the pun, because I think a lot of people we've heard of the Lions and we associate the Lions clubs with supporting good causes and fundraising, but actually it's a lot more profound than that, isn't it? That it's about serving the community.
It's serving the community in whatever way we can manage, from buying some plates for somebody who's been made homeless, for example, to give them something, to head office international sending money to disaster areas soon after it happens, like the tsunami in Japan, like the earthquakes. They will send a donation of about $100,000 US to the local Lions at point of need. They know what's needed. It's no use sending tents if they got somewhere to live, but they need blankets, or they're desperate for food. So they are at the point of and they know what is needed.
They're in touch with the local community, so they know what the needs are.
So it goes from tiny little things to the enormous things.
Because this is the thing, again, I'm guilty of thinking I associate the Lions very much with Britain, but it's an international organisation. It's literally all over the world, isn't it? And it's not just British people who are members.
Oh no, on the communities. I mean, every club has a mother club who nurse them through the formative stage. Our mother club is Spanish, completely, based in Huayclobera. So there are several British English-speaking clubs in Spain, in the Canaries and the Balearics, but there are also Spanish clubs, there's a Finnish club, a German-speaking club, a French-speaking club. That's just in Spain.
Right. And of course the Vera and District Club, which covers pretty much the whole of, a largish area in Vera District.
Yes, it goes from the coast here, Vera Playa, all the way up through Albox, and we're the furthest away from Vera, and we're up in Las Pozicas.
Right.
So we cover a wide area, and we're doing things in Vera and in Albox, as well as down here. So
what does the Vera District Lions, what kind of fundraising, what kind of activities do you do, and who are the kind of people or organisations or groups or whatever that you support or that you assist?
If anybody comes to us for help, we will look at that cause and decide, yes, we can manage it. No, it's not really our league, and try and point them in a different direction. But we've done things from looking after a homeless man and sending him back to Britain, and he's now doing extremely well. Helping when it was the floods, helping clean places up, building 2 kitchens at Aspradalba.
Wow, so physically building.
Well, yes, we have somebody who could do that, and Iron Art provided the carcasses, etc., and then they were built on site. We have just given Aspradalba 2 computers.
I should explain that Aspradalba is for people with intellectual...
young people with mainly Down syndrome,
and
Spanish. We've helped a little girl at Asadis, which is a little charity in Los Galladas. She needed a walker.
I believe you had a photograph of her, yes, which we
There's 2 photos. There's 2 little girls that we've helped. One is Gemma at Asadis, beg your pardon. And we've also given them a touch screen television computer so that they can interact by touch.
Marvellous.
The other little girl is a little girl from Arbaleas, another Spanish girl, and she needed a very specialised walker, which was extremely expensive, so we had to work very hard last year to raise the money from anybody.
And how do you raise the money? What kinds of things do the Lions get up to?
More or less anything. We have social evenings, we have a race evening with our own little wooden horses, rather than phones. And we'd have a games night rather than just a race evening. So we'd have other games as well, and take over a bar for the entire night. Dinner dances or barbecues for the general public, which are fundraising events. So again, we'll probably have a horse race, raffles, craft markets, backpacking. We have 100 Club where people pay €10 a year and they have a chance to win €20 a month.
Right.
We've done quizzes, sold quizzes, actual quizzes, and they've had the summer to fill them in while they were lounging by the pool.
Right, yeah.
So anything that we think will raise money.
So it's an extraordinary variety of things, and probably an awful lot of work behind the scenes. Presumably there's a lot of dedicated people who are in Lions who give up a lot of their time, and of course it's all voluntary, isn't it?
It's all voluntary, and we say we want your time and your expertise, and this we get. And we've got a variety of people in the club.
Again, I'm sure it's another one of those cases where new members would be welcome.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we meet at the Nomo Felice,
Which is
by the Mercadona Vera,
Right.
heading towards Vera Playa.
right.
It's on the little roundabout there, and we meet there on the first Wednesday of every month at 6 o'clock, and we have our meeting and then socialise, and very often a few of us have a meal there afterwards, time to chat and chew things over. And then we have a social lunch very often in the middle of the month, which we might as well have a speaker. We had Kim Clark the other week. We've got somebody talking about the Berlin Wall next time because he was there. So again, we get together, we have social time together, which is important. We're not just workaholics. And then we have our events on top of that. So we are busy people.
Busy people. So I mean, it is a marvellous thing to get involved in for all sorts of reasons. So to give people here with some time on their hands to do and to meet people, but to do something really, really worthwhile and to be part of this amazing international network of clubs. So fascinating.
Two of the things that we do are very, very important. One is the food bank. You might have heard that there's a food bank at Terry for people who are very unfortunately not able to provide much. We manage to go to the local packers and they will give us boxes of whatever they're packing.
Right.
We also buy or give money to the food bank to buy what is needed. We've recently put a trolley in Iceland for people to put dry goods in, rice, pasta, things like that, beans, but not bottles or tins, but not fresh produce. And that is there all the time and is emptied regularly, and that all goes to the food bank.
Fantastic stuff, yeah.
And the other thing that we do, you've probably seen as you go around town, especially in the opticians, are boxes for recycling spectacles.
Right. Now I know where I can take my old glasses, which I've been wondering what to do.
Most of the opticians in the area have these boxes, and they're emptied regularly. They all seem to come to me, and I have to count them.
Right.
And the other week we went up to just the other side of Alicante with 1,510 pairs, bringing our total to about 3,500 pairs.
Wow, and then they go where?
They're clean, they're sorted, they're classified as to the strength of the lenses, and then orders come in from the third world countries, so the poorer countries, Botswana, Chile, Peru, Morocco, and they want so many pairs of glasses at this reading and so many at that, and they're all boxed up and they are sent.
And this is thanks to the Lions.
Yep.
So I mean, it must be terribly satisfying knowing that your effort, and it probably use quite a lot of your time and effort, that you can see the results. You see you've got this lovely photograph of the little girl, very happy with the walker that thanks to the Lions she has. You know, your glasses are going to people in developing nations who may not be able to have glasses and could probably make a huge change to their lives. And really satisfying stuff.
It keeps us out of mischief and it gives us something to do and to enjoy.
So the big question then is, if people, the final question, people who are interested, I'm sure they would be, I certainly found this fascinating and found out much more about the Lions than I knew before. How can they get in contact with you? How can they get in touch? How can they find out more?
Come to the No More Feliz. There are leaflets around, there are newsletters around, they have my phone number.
Leaflets, so people can phone Sandy on 950-439-324, or they can email you at Sandy, S-A-N-D-I-E, Tinkham, Tinkham, @gmail.com. So.
Fine, yes. That's the easiest way, and then I can explain to them, if they might not know where the No More Feliz is.
Right, exactly.
Whatever. But I can explain more about the Lions, and I will look out for them when they come along to a meeting and make them welcome.
Fantastic stuff. Well, Sandy, thank you very, very much indeed. It's been extremely interesting, and thank you. I know it's been quite a long drive for you to come down to see it, so thank you so much for that. And carry on the great work.
I think we intend to.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.